Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 20 of Eden's Realm. So, today, one of the first things I want to do is spend a lot of time getting the Guardian Farm ready to be made. So, we're going to have to clear out a large area for this circle that I showed at the end of last episode. And it's going to take a lot of work, but I have the time to do it, and I'm just gonna bite down and start on it. So the plan is I'm gonna spend about the next 4 hours, and I'm just gonna see how much I get done. If I get like half the water removed, that's great. If I don't get anything in besides the blocks coming down to the ground, that's also gonna be what it is. But we're gonna have to see, and we'll just have to figure it out. And yeah, so I'm gonna start on this, and I will be back in 4 hours to show you what progress we have. Okay, short update here. 2 hours and 15 minutes later, the entire ring is done. So, got all of the cobblestone placed in. Pretty self-explanatory. And yeah, I wasted about 30 minutes over here attempting to put together a cobblestone generator and breaker, but as you can see, I failed. Yeah, I blew myself up. I managed to get all my stuff back, but it was a failed experiment, and now I think we only have like what's left in my inventory and this amount of cobblestone. Not great, but it's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get started on draining it. Okay, so now complete 4 hours later, we have quite a bit done. I'm obviously nowhere near done with everything, but I am pleased with the progress that we've had. It's been good. I think I lost my sponge whenever our world is, plural, whenever our world got corrupted, and I ended up having to go and raid the Guardian Temple that's over this way. I ended up getting like a stack and a half or so, which was a whole lot more than I originally had. So that was really nice. But yeah, and then after I finished draining as much of that as I could in the 4 hours, I needed a break, and so I decided to start mossing up everything over here. And as you can see, it's done quite a bit to change the look. I don't know if you like this or not, but I think it looks a whole lot better. I think the stone on top just didn't match the vibe. And so I'm kind of thinking I'm going to do this, and I've started thinning out all of the bushes and grass and stuff. And then we're going to have pathways kind of like this, back and forth. That kind of stuff. I've just been going through, placing it in, just kind of making it look a little bit more inhabited. That's the general idea. Kind of clearing some of this stuff out. But mainly what we need to do is we need to do the inside, because the inside is an absolute mess. But I think we're going to have to work on that today. But another thing I've been wanting to do is come out here and show you what I was thinking. Go like this and have kind of the moss draping down along the side in some places. So I feel like this, and I'm gonna go along and just make it look a little bit nicer like that. I think it'll add to it, as it'll give it a little bit more depth, and it won't look as one block long factor as it does right now, as it definitely does. And probably spice up the edges here a little bit. But yeah, let me continue working on this, and then whenever we come back, I will have a more appropriate plan for what we're going to do on the inside. So I finished some of that up there. I didn't end up putting any of the green stuff in. I just got distracted. But there is a little bit of stuff we can do. Oh, I don't have space. I'll come back and do this later. I need the water bottles so that we can fit something up there. Okay, there we go. Nice. Okay. So I've done a little bit of work in this room here. So started here. I used beehives on the floor and just kind of laid them out in a pattern. I've seen this used multiple places. I really like it, and I especially like the side texture. But whenever they look like that, you have to go in so that you don't see the like little dot thing. But yeah, then did like a little kitchen slash bar back here. Nothing too fancy, just a little bit. I'm thinking we're gonna have to put something on the floor here. I don't know what it's gonna be. Maybe it's just gonna be a rug like that. I don't really know, but something needs to go there because it's just white terracotta. So um, we'll put some of these in here, and then I want an item frame with this somewhere. I haven't decided yet. Maybe here or so. Just a little bit more life. And that's where I was thinking. Go like that. Yeah, I think that looks good. Just adds a little bit of life. We got some barrels of water or whatever, and yeah, we got like a uh, it's filled in. And then you got to walk up to the window. I really like that view. And yeah, I think this looks nice. But obviously, I have not done any work anywhere else. I just put in a little floor up here, and this took me a good hour. It's gonna take me a long time to get this entire house done. I want it to be like an open concept, kind of. Sounds weird, but I want to be able to see like from here. I want to be able to almost see that ceiling there, and then we'll come back this way and we'll go to the basement. I don't know what we're gonna have in the basement. It may just open up and the floor. We'll have to see. But I don't really know what we're gonna do there. And then I don't even. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this building. It looks cool, but it doesn't really have any good use. Like can't really use it for anything that's special. I gotta pick up those blocks. Um. Okay, good. They did despawn. My. It's been one of those days. But I think that the self-explanatory idea of what I've been doing. I do want to work a little bit more on the garden farm, so I think I'm gonna head over there and uh, play some blocks, see what we're thinking, uh, and just give myself a little bit more time to think about what I'm gonna do up there. So I've been working on clearing up the water in the guardian farm area, but I got to thinking and I was like, well, I should really design a properly working cobblestone farm. So that's what I've done here. Pretty self-explanatory. We have a cobblestone generator back here, which works pretty well. It's not the fastest design, I think, but I think it'll be okay. And then we just have a hopper clock here and a hopper clock here, electric gear, the three sets of pistons, and the TNT duper uh, as at the right time so that nothing gets blown up. But it's pretty self-explanatory. I'll go ahead and turn it on. This lever here, I just made it really nice and simple. Pretty well. We can do. And so you can see all of the items down there get collected, and it doesn't add that much MSPT to the internal server, which is really good, so I can just have it running in the background. Yeah, so it adds about 2 MSPT, which is not that bad. And then also I can show you how many items per hour we're gonna get. So if I had all of these covered, I think I'm just gonna have to accept that as a loss. This is already pretty big, but if I do, I'll show you what I've done. So down here I have 2 hoppers that feed into black wool, and since we're using carbon on, I do so it ran for a total of 6 minutes, getting roughly 4,000 items. I don't think that's right. Let's go up here really fast. If I check it while running. Last time I did it, I got a speed of, yeah, much higher compared to this. That's it. And then once this is done, yeah, there's a little bit better. That's more similar to what I got up here. I think since I didn't have it running, it didn't count at all, which is okay. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this, and now we just gotta go and find a place to build it on Phoenix Realm. Alrighty, so the entire project is done. I'm still having issues of blocks landing on this corner. I don't really know how to fix it. Need to pick that up. Right. There it is. I'm gonna place some more blocks along the back here so that hopefully it won't happen again. But I don't really know. I don't know how high we have to go. And I think those blocks might get, no, they shouldn't get blown up. But yeah. I did have to make a couple of changes to the design while, after I had finished building it. I had to put that kind of obsidian there so that it would be less likely to blow up. Occasionally, if the block landed like right on this edge here, it would blow up 1 or 2 of these wood blocks. So I had to put that crying obsidian there. And other than that, I did have to move this. I had centered it wrong. But other than that, it was all really straightforward. The build went well, and I've actually ran it for probably 30 minutes or so. and I'll show you what I got. So if we head down here, take a look, and yeah, almost a full double chest, which is really good. So happy with that. And yeah, so let me collect this, and I will actually show you what I've been doing up at the fantasy house. This table, the water bottles back there and stuff. Just all kinds of little bit of stuff. I've really been storing most of the building blocks in there because I don't want to take them with me when I leave, and it's nice to store them directly on site. I also put in this little cubby right here. I haven't used it to store anything yet, but it holds quite a bit. And then if we come out through here, little secret hidden entrance. It's not really useful for anything, and it's still difficult to get in. But yeah, and then also down here, we have some hidden art that I just had a bunch of extra paintings, so I threw them all up down here. I think it looks kind of cool. And then there is this little step ladder to look up again out this window on this side. Still a really cool view. I like how far I can see. Got the entryway over to the tower, and then as you come up, you have this sloping stairway that's just kind of hung out there. I put chains up, and then this is the way to get up to the top. So like this, pretty easy access. And then there's this little balcony type thing. I put double acacia trapdoors along the edge. I couldn't fit it here. I think it's okay to leave it without it. I think that's the best bet, not try and do like right here. I don't think that looks very good, and I think it doesn't really, you don't really notice that it's missing because of that chain there. I think it's okay. And then I had to sacrifice this area so that this block so that you could see it, but it's not that bad. The reason I had to do the double trapdoors and not just go like one and then the deep slate, which is underneath, is because I need a gap in between the deep slate and the wood so that it doesn't connect like over here to the walls, because if this was like a full block, the walls would connect and then mess up the entire wall structure. So it made it building it just a little bit of a challenge. Wasn't too bad. There still is one challenge that I haven't fully figured out yet, and that is what I'm going to do over here. This is just a big open space. There's no easy way to access it. I don't want a thing to come across this way, I don't think. And I don't really know what I'm going to do with it. It's just kind of the big empty dead space. So, and I don't like the orange. I use the orange up here to tie it in with the terracotta and the acacia down there. But I don't really like this orange roof, so I don't want to leave it in. Yeah, but I really do like that you can stand right here, like all the way up to the top, over like 4 levels, which is really cool. Oh, shoot. But other than that, I think that's basically everything that I've done in this building. I have not done anything down at the basement at all. It's very bland and similar, but if we look down, we could see the Cobblestone Farm, but it's all just kind of connected. I might make a way up somehow. I don't really know. I think it'd be cool to have a little bit of like, or I guess not really, but a little bit of like storytelling with why it's situated over this big rock. I don't really know exactly what we're gonna do with that yet. And then I tried to put in some little details here. I don't really like Minecraft's miniature details. They don't really fit well, but that's the best I could do. I don't really want to add like more player heads mod or any like mini block details. But yeah, that's basically this house. And that's basically where we're going to have to leave it for today. We are more past the time than I thought we would be, and I would prefer to have more time to work on the Guardian farm in between episodes and not feel the pressure of needing to start a new video and get it ready to get out. And so we're gonna leave it here. I know the last couple have been a little bit shorter, and hopefully that will resolve itself. But we'll just have to see. And playing on here takes quite a bit of time, and so when it does, just bear with me and accept the little shorter videos. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. I really do hope that you have, and I will see you again in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. Post-production, Jordan here. If you have noticed any of the audio issues today, please forgive them. I still have yet to figure them out, and hopefully they will be figured out by the next one. If you didn't notice them, that's really good. Bye-bye.